The second believer of the Holy See has been defeated. Though this outcome was hard for countless people to believe, it truly happened. He was defeated by that invincible demon, and the defeat was as crisp as it was complete. Son of Light, this evil force is strange and powerful. Be careful. He weakly glanced at Lu Hao and then flew downward. With his angelic wings, one white, one purple, he was an invincible being under the cycle of reincarnation. However, when facing Xiao, the extreme and terrifying power within him was greatly restrained by the evil flames and evil wood, leading to his defeat at the hands of the demon Xiao. Just a defeated opponent. Xiao's gaze was indifferent as he coldly stared at Lu Hao, and the demon power within him surged violently, seemingly ready to crush Lu Hao. Up until now, Xiao hadn't used all of his demonic power. If the energy contained within the demonic cube were to erupt, the entire Yao clan realm might collapse in an instant. For some reason, with Xiao's demonic power enhancing him, he had become an invincible being even in the reincarnation stage. Despite this immense strength, he still sensed a terrifying fluctuation from Lu Hao, as if Lu Hao had undergone a world-altering transformation since their time in the Gu clan. Below, numerous powerful figures joined forces to confront Austin, yet they hadn't resorted to their trump cards, only engaging in tense exchanges. Kill. Light. Lu Hao couldn't be bothered to waste words with a dead man. His body slowly ascended into the sky, and with a soft murmur, a light, ethereal Buddhist sound echoed. Whoosh, whoosh. As Lu Hao spoke, a purer and more sacred light surrounded him. Moments later, under his control, countless milk-white vortices materialized around him. The moment these vortices appeared, the energy of heaven and earth stirred violently. Countless threads of light quickly gathered toward Lu Hao, enveloping his body in a divine radiance. It seemed as though he was absorbing the power of light. This guy, he's absorbing the power of light. He must not be allowed to continue. If he were allowed to continue absorbing it, it could very likely pose a deadly threat to Xiao. His brow furrowed, and the wood attribute and demon power within him stirred. He moved into action. Within the milk-white vortex, the suction power was terrifying. In just an instant, Lu Hao's light aura surged dramatically. This light aura had a deadly suppressive and threatening effect on evil forces. Boom. Evil wood. As Xiao felt the extreme light aura emanating from Lu Hao, an unprecedented sense of oppression came over him. His body and his eyes underwent strange changes. The raging battle intent and terrifying evil power surged once again. Is this the right thing to do? Within his soul sea, Xiao Lei's gaze flickered as he looked toward the outside world. It seemed his burning heart was finally suppressed. Watching Xiao face such danger, he shook his head. Yet, on Xiao Lei's illusory body, a lightning sphere, flashing with countless bolts of thunder, throbbed violently. The sphere radiated various forms of energy, almost like a human heart, each throb exuding a powerful life force. Though it was unclear how Xiao Lei had formed such an entity, once he consumed this lightning heart, he might gain rebirth, completely freeing himself from Xiao's influence. However, watching Xiao caught between enemies, recalling all that Xiao had done in the past, Xiao Lei hesitated. He could have used the demon power to escape, so why is he fighting the Holy Sea's experts here? Does he not fear death? Or perhaps, is he protecting these people? Is he fighting for them? Xiao Lei didn't consume the lightning heart. Instead, he silently watched Xiao, his fervor suppressed as he observed his movements. Burn for me. Bind for me. Xiao was filled with fury, endless killing intent sweeping over him. Cold, demonic power shot upwards, aiming at Lu Hao. Boom, boom, boom. Facing Xiao's terrifying assault, Lu Hao merely smiled slightly. The smile was one of contempt, as though he was mocking Xiao. Crack! The seemingly fearsome attack from Xiao landed within the light vortex surrounding Lu Hao, yet it didn't stir a single ripple. Like a moth to a flame, it instantly vanished, while the light vortex grew even more powerful. How could this be? At this moment, Xiao's eyes flickered with rare apprehension. It seemed that Lu Hao was no longer human. He resembled a true apostle of light, a genuine son of light. Devil, accept the judgment of God. Boom. Countless light vortices immediately combined to form a celestial war drum over 1,000 feet tall. The drum's sound struck terror into the soul, standing before Lu Hao. His hand gently tapped the divine drum. Boom, boom. Lu Hao's palm struck the bright battle drum, and countless melodious notes surged forth. Across the sky, the immense power of demons and their dark aura were immediately suppressed and drawn back into Xiao Yan's body by these divine musical notes. A wave of terror surged in Xiao Yan's heart. Xiao Yan felt as if he had suddenly fallen into a cold and divine palace. Countless sacred musical notes washed over him, purging the demonic power from his body. If this continued, he would undoubtedly perish. No, I absolutely cannot use the Xiao clan's clan emblem. These people are merely speculating that I belong to the Xiao clan, without concrete proof. Once I use the clan emblem's power, the consequences would be unimaginable. Neither the power of sacred flame, nor dragon god transformation, nor battle soul will work. Xiao Yan gritted his teeth, enduring this unbearable torment, his teeth rattling as countless demonic powers vibrated violently, expressing endless evil. God, descend. As Xiao Yan's massive demonic body was trapped by countless milky white divine threads, unable to move, Lu Hao had no intention of letting Xiao Yan off. The high-pitched sound of the sacred chant began to rise again. OM, OM. As the sacred chant fell, the towering battle drum shattered with a tremendous roar, transforming into a massive, 1,000-foot-long holy sword of light that slowly materialized at the top of this world. How is this possible? The Holy Sea Judgment Sacred Sword? At this moment, as they gazed at the terrifying brilliance of the holy sword hanging in the sky above Lu Hao's body, even the usually composed Yao Wanyuan and the higher-ups of the Yao clan felt their pupils shrink sharply in shock. They blurted out. The Holy Sea Judgment Sacred Sword was one of the few strongest single-target attacks within the Holy Sea. While its power may not have reached that of a forbidden technique, it was almost invincible beneath that level. The sword's blade was adorned with countless divine glows, slowly intertwining to form a beautiful and magnificent judgment chain, with milky white feathers continuously falling, embodying endless sanctity and suppressing all evil. The Judgment Sacred Sword, Xiao Yan muttered, raising his head to look at Lu Hao's mocking smile and the world-purifying Judgment Sacred Sword. The demonic blood within him churned violently, and his skin, covered in the demonic evil robe, bristled with sweat as his muscles tensed. A terrifying aura, one that welcomed death without hesitation, surged from him. At the same time, the demonic cube began to stir, seemingly attempting to release all its demonic power. Slash! Lu Hao grasped the Judgment Sacred Sword, raising it high above his head before swinging it around in front of him. The dazzling divine light was blinding, and then he swung it directly toward Xiao Yan. Demon! Xiao Yan roared, gathering the demonic power. The dark green energy in his eyes overflowed, transforming into layers of evil mist enveloping him. His entire body's power was compressed as he attempted to resist the strike with his demonic might. The earth-shattering energy ripples spread in all directions. The entire world seemed as if it might be pierced through by the attacks of these two, bringing a catastrophic destruction. Demon, go to hell with regret. Seeing Xiao Yan trying to resist his strike with the power of demons, Lu Hao's face twisted in disdain. He infused all the light energy around him into the Judgment Sacred Sword and swung it down directly. At this point, the Judgment Sacred Sword unleashed by Lu Hao possessed the power to slay Xiao Yan, even if Xiao Yan had transformed into a demon. If Xiao Yan didn't use some trump card, he would likely suffer heavy injury, though not necessarily to the point of death. OM. OM. The Judgment Sacred Sword descended, its endless white light shining like a radiant sun, exuding a divine glow that was impossible to describe. First, milky white feathers of light fell from the sword, isolating all the power surrounding Xiao Yan. Then, the holy sword tilted and descended without any resistance, heading straight for the heart of the demon. Boom, Boom. Boom. At that moment, Xiao Yan's demonic expression froze. Countless demonic blood filled his body, and an extremely violent aura erupted like a flood, uncontrollable, sweeping outwards. Rumble. Xiao Yan transformed into a beast, wrapping himself in dark green evil mist. His demonic body surged forward, his hands raised high, charging toward the Judgment's sacred sword. Facing the towering demon form of Xiao Yan, the milky white feathers surrounding the Judgment's sacred sword emitted an earth-shattering, overwhelming aura, and the sword's blade pointed directly at demonic Xiao Yan. Crack! Crack! As the holy sword descended, countless rays of divine light enveloped the world, making all humans feel as if they were bathed in a refreshing spring breeze. But this power, when it landed on Xiao Yan, was like the wrath of a death god, stripping him of his life. Xiao Yan raised both hands, with layers of demonic flames and magic wood swirling around him. In an instant, he was able to stop the holy sword from descending, holding it in midair. However, the demonic evil robe around his body began to hum, and cracks began to appear. Even his hands, protected by the demonic power and magic wood, were severely burned by the fire surrounding the holy sword. The world seemed to lose its color. Xiao Yan's hands, strengthened by the demonic power and magic wood, began to weaken as the dark green energy quickly diminished. His aura grew faint. The holy sword descended, and an endless holy aura suddenly enveloped the area. Under this supreme divine might, all the evil thoughts in everyone's hearts were instantly purified. Under the radiance of the divine, it felt as though any malicious thought in their minds made them feel ashamed and insignificant. Too terrifying, right? Looking at Xiao Yan intercepting the holy sword with his bare hands, countless powerful individuals couldn't help but gasp, exchanging looks of disbelief. Ha ha ha. I want to see how long you can hold on. Knight of Glory. Although Lu Hao was surprised, he sensed from Xiao Yan's calm demeanor that the space beneath his feet was shattering, with cracks appearing, indicating that Xiao Yan had paid an incredibly painful price to block the holy sword. As Lu Hao's voice fell, a beam of dawn once again pierced through the clouds in the sky, sweeping across and re-entered the holy sword, greatly enhancing its power. Sigh. Xiao Yan sighed weakly, and at that moment, dark green energy slowly crawled over his body, burning gently like flames. The holy power suppressed the demonic power within Xiao Yan, and the hostile nature of the demonic energy and the sacred flame rendered Xiao Yan's fire attribute power temporarily useless. Furthermore, unable to reveal his clan's markings or employ techniques like the dragon god transformation, Xiao Yan was truly struggling. Unless he used the demonic cube to unleash all his demonic power. But if he did that, Austin would probably be unable to handle it. After all, this guy's power was likely even more terrifying than Lu Hao's. If he revealed all of the demon's strength prematurely, Xiao Yan. Boom. As Xiao Yan's power surged, the light energy in the entire world trembled violently, as if some monstrous being was about to be born. The light energy instantly faded, like a river of light, evaporating entirely due to Xiao Yan's actions. Demonic power. Yes, that's how it should be. Lu Hao was ecstatic as he observed Xiao Yan's sudden transformation. Lu Hao understood that relying on the Judgment Holy Sword to kill Xiao Yan was nothing but a fantasy. What he aimed for now was to fully awaken the demonic power, and then, using his angelic power and the Son of Light's abilities, completely eradicate Xiao Yan. Even if Xiao Yan was powerful, Lu Hao still had his soul of slaughter. This would be the holy war to solidify his identity as the Son of Light in the Holy Sea. Sigh. Just as Xiao Yan was about to fully unleash his demonic power, a soft voice echoed from within Xiao Yan. With the appearance of this voice, the entire sky was suddenly covered by a layer of gray energy, and countless bolts of thunder appeared, causing the divine light on the holy sword to suddenly diminish. It's not yet time to use that power. Xiao stepped forward, holding the brilliant Thunderheart in his hand, and spoke to Xiao Yan with a calm expression. This is the only way. Xiao Yan shook his head. He no longer had the strength to deal with Lu Hao. Xiao Yan, although we rise and fall together, There's always one question that's troubled me. Can you answer me? Xiao spoke calmly, as though he had already found the answer, but just needed confirmation. Go ahead. Xiao suppressed the demonic power within him and hurriedly spoke. Why do you fight? For honor? For money and power? I've never understood. You carry the demon's burden. This battle, you could leave alone. Why? Knowing that you're certain to die, do you still persist? Xiao's gaze burned with intensity, and once he finished speaking, his eyes remained fixed on Xiao. To protect? Xiao's eyes briefly swept the surroundings, ignoring Xiao's sudden change. He continued to resist the holy sword while answering flatly. The moment his words left his mouth, they pierced Xiao's nerves like acupuncture needles. To protect? Xiao muttered to himself, his body trembling as if struck by electricity, seemingly deep in thought. Die! Lu Hao's voice rang out again, and the judgment holy sword instantly transformed into an ethereal light, splitting into threads of blazing divine radiance that shot towards Xiao with the power to annihilate him. The concentrated heat of the light was so intense that even an 8-star Do Xian peak-level warrior would instantly be wiped out, body and soul destroyed. Not good. Seeing this, Xiao's heart sank once more. Gritting his teeth, he activated the demonic cube, and streams of dark green blood flowed from his body. The sky turned grayish-white in an instant. Xiao, thank you. Thank you for watching over me. This time, I fight for you. Seeing Xiao in such a predicament, Xiao let out a loud laugh. At the same time, the thunderheart in his hand merged with his body, transforming into a dazzling streak of lightning, charging into Xiao's chest. Even within Xiao's body, apart from his dual firewood attributes, a faint red energy crystal slowly emerged within the Doqi Sea. Xiao Yan's eyes suddenly stung as he felt the overwhelming power surging from within him, and he spoke in a daze. Brother, don't cry. I fight for you. I will always be in your heart. Since you created me, today, I shall merge with you. Let these people witness our divine power. The last trace of Xiao's voice faded within Xiao's body, and instantly, countless thunderclouds descended from the sky, swirling around Xiao, radiating supreme, thunderous brilliance. Since Xiao's birth, he had always wanted to break free from Xiao, but the two were inseparable. Whenever one rose, so did the other. Xiao knew everything about the matters in Xiao's heart and body, which is why, in this moment, he had no choice but to act with great righteousness. Crack! Golden thunderclouds, gray thunderclouds, and dozens of other lightning forces fused together to form a thunderous cloud that shook the heavens. The immense pressure caused the remnants of the sacred sword's aura, which had been troubling Xiao, to dissipate effortlessly. This is the new attribute I grant you, thunder. The lingering voice faded away, and within Xiao's Doqi Sea, besides the firewood dual Do cores, a blood-red thunder Do core once again emerged. Thank you, my good brother. Xiao took a step forward, and countless thunderclouds exploded. Strands of gray, gold, and silver lightning swirled around his body. With the devil's evil garb enveloping him, Xiao's figure appeared exceedingly terrifying. The fusion of the countless thunderbolts revitalized Xiao's once withered body. The blood-red thunder, exotic and eerie, resembled the thunder god from the heavens, displaying unparalleled thunderous power. Miscalculation. The sacred sword was destroyed, and Lu Hao staggered backward in the void for dozens of steps, then spoke in disbelief. There's no need to waste any more time. At this point, the battle has become much simpler. A strange smile tugged at the corner of Xiao's lips. The electric light crackling from his body made the entire sky and energy around him ripple with force. Very well. Lu Hao nodded, and at the same time, a pale white pattern on his forehead trembled slightly. It was the divine mark of the Son of Light. Since returning from the ancient clan, Lu Hao had used the divine mark to comprehend the power of the angels. Though his strength had not increased, his control over angelic power had reached a whole new level. This time, let me show you why angels exist. Let me show you the highest god in this world." After Lu Hao roared, threads of pale white light appeared across his skin, burning like scorching flames. A dazzling, world-shattering brilliance manifested once again. He was condensing the angel's wings, and the wings he was forming were even stronger than hills. Devil's thunder punishment. Xiao sneered, and the lightning around his body contracted suddenly. He raised a finger and pointed directly at the center of the thundercloud in the sky above the Yao clan realm. Whir! The clouds in the sky were easily pierced by Xiao, and the next moment, thunderclouds gathered from all directions within the Yao clan realm. These clouds were a strange blood-red color. The blood-red thunderclouds were filled with overwhelming power, exactly mirroring the thunderous energy within Xiao body. Impossible. Would attribute. Thunder attribute. You devil. Lu Hao's face twisted in shock and jealousy as he stared at Xiao, who could summon thunderclouds. Xiao had sacred flame, and as an alchemist, even with mastery over both fire and wood attributes, Lu Hao didn't think much of it. But thunder attribute, this was different. Throughout history, the strongest beings in the Great Thousand Worlds could only cultivate two attributes. How could Xiao possess fire, wood, thunder, and even this mysterious demonic power? For powers? Whir! As Lu Hao seethed with rage, the blood-red thunderclouds above gathered densely together. In just a few breaths, under Lu Hao's stunned gaze, countless lightning bolts erupted, finally forming into a blood-colored thunder lion that was over 1,000 feet long. The blood-colored thunder lion was incredibly shocking, with only its terrifying head and domineering tail visible, while the rest of its body was hidden within the blood-red clouds, shrouded in mystery. But the lion's tail, radiating a glaring red lightning glow, resembled the destructive force of the heavens, brewing incomprehensible power. Purple-winged angel. Give me judgment. Finally, after sensing the devastating thunderous power from Xiao, Lu Hao's back began to form 3 angelic wings. The 3 wings were highly unbalanced, and even caused Lu Hao's body to waver in the sky. If the power of the angel god is used, even a formidable expert like Yao Wanyuan would likely be instantly slain. Oh, 3-winged angel? To think the Son of Light has come to this. Watching Lu Hao's panicked expression in the sky, Xiao, surrounded by flowing lightning, smiled coldly. He wasn't in a hurry to strike. Earlier, his powers had dried up, forcing him to use demonic power just to fight Lu Hao. But now, with Xiao Lei's noble fusion, his strength had recovered. Even without tapping into the core of his demonic power, killing Lu Hao was now an easy task. Ah, Xiao, I will definitely chop you into pieces. Seeing Xiao mocking expression, Lu Hao's anger boiled over. The power of the angel god was terrifying, but cultivating it was an arduous task. The angel wings of odd numbers were just a step towards greater heights, a path that must be taken. However, those who wielded the power of the angel god viewed having odd-numbered wings as a disgrace. Unless their lives were in danger, they would not reveal such power. Lu Hao, known as the Son of Light throughout the Great Thousand Worlds, had turned his white angel wings purple in just a few months and even cultivated a 3rd wing. If he continued to grow, he would likely become a true powerhouse within the Holy See in no time. Lu Hao, let me take some interest from you regarding the Holy See. As Xiao voice fell, a trace of endless killing intent flickered in his pupils. Immediately, the blood-red thunder lion in the sky responded to his summons, its tail thrashing violently. Boom! The tail of the thunder lion whipped, causing the entire space within the realm of the Yao clan to tremble. The earth shook, mountains quaked, and the winds howled, creating a catastrophic scene as if the world were coming to an end. Just afraid you don't have the strength. 3-winged divine radiance. Lu Hao growled coldly, his eyes turning clear and bright. His 3-winged angel wings flapped gently, and countless holy beams of light emerged, subtly forming a magnificent divine palace around him. Boom! The blood-red thunder lion's tail lashed out with unprecedented force, unlike any regular attack. The tail, flashing with blood-colored flames, was directly severed by the Thunder Lion and fell from the sky. The tail was covered in ancient and profound markings, exuding an endless destructive power. This wasn't ordinary fire. It was the embodiment of thunder power at its peak. The void exploded, and the speed of the tail's descent was terrifying, akin to a weight of hundreds of thousands of pounds bearing down on Lu Hao. That long-lost suffocating sensation forced Lu Hao to focus intently. This demon, his sacred flame, was terrifyingly strong, but even this recently mastered thunder element was so overwhelmingly powerful. As the blood-red Thunder Lion's tail fell, the entire world seemed split in half. The previously stable sky of the Yao clan realm suddenly erupted with countless cracks, spreading from the void toward the ground. Looking at this thunderous attack, the ground was split into deep cracks, creating a terrifying scene that made the onlookers shudder in fear. Gulp! The onlookers below felt an eerie chill in their eyes. Even just catching glimpses of the battle in the sky filled them with an unprecedented fear. This guy, Xiao, seems even more terrifying than I thought. Hun Suzi and Elder Lingxi murmured in disbelief. Austin seems to be deliberately stalling for time. What are they up to? Now that Hill has lost his combat ability and the Judgment Tribunal has been decimated, do they still have any support? Or are they waiting for something? Yao Wanyuan shook his head. No matter how strong their attacks were, they would easily be overwhelmed by Austin's defense. He even felt that Austin posed a greater threat than Lu Hao. Holy Angel Palace, gather for me. Feeling the tail of the Thunder Lion approaching like a bolt of lightning, Lu Hao's expression grew serious, and he continued. Whoosh, whoosh. The 3 purple angel wings flapped, releasing a gentle purple glow as Lu Hao channeled his energy. The holy palace before him was meticulously crafted, holy beyond compare. Within the shimmering purple divine palace, countless graceful angelic spirits were etched in, converging terrifying power like never before. It ends here. Xiaoyan's expression remained unchanged as he clenched his fist. Commanding the roaring Thunder Lion and its tail, he struck with a devastating blow toward Lu Hao. Combining the forces of various Pill Thunders and the Lord of Thunder, the oppressive force tore through the sky, sweeping forward. Boom, boom. The two of them had just teamed up, yet the magnificent sacred palace was ruthlessly struck by a fierce lightning bolt, causing it to crumble into ruins. Even the angelic soul shadows on the palace's barrier were instantly shattered. Lightning streaks flashed everywhere, with snarling lightning dragons and thunder pythons crisscrossing, performing a storm of thunder and lightning in a dazzling display. The sacred palace began to collapse. It seemed to be unable to withstand the terrifying destruction caused by Xiaoyan, and even more so because Lu Hao had recklessly invoked the angel sacred palace without having cultivated the 4 angelic purple wings. The sacred palace could no longer hold up. The misty angelic holy runes around Lu Hao were easily shattered and torn apart. Every time the thunder fell, it seemed to unleash world-destroying attacks. Crack! Crack! Zzzzz. Seeing this, Xiaoyan's eyes contained a rare fiery heat. His body was filled with power as the Thunder Do core shook violently. Blood-colored lightning surged through his body. Lu Hao had repeatedly tried to make things difficult for him. This time, Xiaoyan would make sure to completely crush him. What if he was the son of light of the Holy Sea? Did I lose? The sacred palace crumbled, and as he watched the lightning aura around Xiaoyan intensify, Lu Hao suddenly gasped heavily. Then, a brilliant, immensely powerful divine rune burst from the center of his forehead. That power was like a god soaring through the heavens, responding to the prayer of a devout servant, descending with endless holy aura. Lu Hao, it's over. Xiaoyan roared coldly. Countless bolts of lightning surged out from his body, converging into his fist. His chest rumbled, and the lightning flowed across his skin, emanating a terrifying force. Crackle. Facing such a terrifying attack from Xiaoyan, Lu Hao stood in the sky, his gaze a little dazed. The divine rune on his forehead released a strange power, slowly filling his body. Even the three angelic purple wings behind him emanated a noble aura. Ha ha ha. That's right, just like this. At this moment, seeing Lu Hao being pushed to such a point by Xiao, Austin, the first believer of the Holy See, laughed out loud. His smile showed no worry but rather pure excitement. This guy. Yao Wanyuan and the others were confused, only silently watching him. However, the protective array of the Yao clan began to show signs of activation, and even Xun'er seemed to be showing signs of awakening. Soul of slaughter, Lucifer. A towering voice, like the sound of a god trembling through the world, numbed the souls of those who heard it, cleansing the darkness from this world. What is that? Xiao threw a punch, his thunderous fist capable of killing an 8-star Do Xian in its perfect form, but it struck something ancient and indestructible, like hitting an unbreakable boulder. The force was rebounded, sending a numbing sensation through his body. Looking up at the beautiful figure above Lu Hao's head, Xiao was stunned and quickly retreated. Boom, boom, boom. At that moment, the demonic power within Xiao suddenly began to boil uncontrollably. The demonic cube shook violently, releasing a fierce and savage aura as it glared at Lu Hao. Boom, boom, boom. Lu Hao's eyes suddenly changed color, turning into an unprecedented shade of white. It was as if he were untouched by the filth of the world, pure and clear. The divine rune on his forehead flickered slightly, and a graceful soul figure slowly appeared above his head. The ethereal soul figure slowly manifested, and the entire world seemed to quiet down. The soul of slaughter was now ready, and a gigantic soul shadow crossed the heavens above Lu Hao's head. Layer upon layer of soul wings followed behind him, more lethal than the angelic purple wings on Lu Hao's back, creating a dazzling, disorienting illusion. The cyan holy light illuminated the earth, and countless people felt a sudden restlessness in their hearts. The violent aura and murderous intent grew stronger. Lucifer's angelic soul shadow appeared. She stood like a divine being in the sky, her every movement capable of destroying the world. Her body was a flawless work of art, crafted by angels with perfection in mind. This soul shadow, both in appearance and strength, was at the pinnacle. Cyan holy light? The soul of slaughter. Lucifer? Xiao pupils contracted sharply. He stared in disbelief at the invincible angelic soul shadow in the sky. At this moment, Xiao made no further moves. The soul of slaughter was merely a soul shadow of Lucifer, containing a trace of primordial power. But it was precisely this power that made Xiao feel as though he was facing the end of the world. Countless forces froze in an instant, unable to be used. The pressure and oppression were beyond description. This person was undoubtedly the deadliest opponent Xiao had ever faced. Not even the Devourer of Souls, Demon Emperor, and others could contend with him directly. Perhaps only the Thunder Lord of Reincarnation and the Golden Dragon King, after recovering their strength, could stand a chance. The soul of slaughter, Lucifer. What kind of overwhelming existence was this? Above all things? Xiao had no idea, but the demonic power within his body was raging and searing like never before, a fearless aura rising from him, as though he was challenging the soul of slaughter. That feeling seemed to clash with the soul of slaughter in a battle for supremacy. Slaughter? Soul of slaughter? In that moment, Yao Wenyuan's body uncontrollably trembled, his voice faintly and sorrowfully speaking. Slaughter soul, it is the most powerful power granted by the angel kingdom to the Holy See. With it, the Son of Light has become invincible. Slaughter soul Lucifer, she is the law enforcer of the angel kingdom. Her power has transcended heaven and earth, standing above all things. In the angel kingdom, which is mainly focused on healing and assistance, her power stands in stark contrast to that of the angels, even undergoing mutations to become the law enforcer. Even so, she remains at the top within the angel kingdom. She is a god. Yao Wanyuan shook his head helplessly, information that ordinary people could hardly comprehend flowing from the corners of his mouth. Boom, boom, boom. At the same time, a golden flame spiraled around Xun'er, exuding supreme majesty. 9 golden crows, vibrant with divine aura, erupted with an unprecedented, terrifying energy. Ha ha ha. Seeing this, Austin trembled, releasing a surge of milky white energy, breaking free from the crowd. He then ascended into the air, humbly prostrating himself behind Lu Hao, his eyes burning with fervent passion. No, to be more precise, he was prostrating at the feet of the Son of Light, Lu Hao, and Lucifer, the soul of slaughter. Lu Hao, the Son of Light, had extraordinary talent. From the moment he awakened the divine rune of the Son of Light, he had caught Lucifer's attention, who personally shattered the void and guided him. On the day Lu Hao awakened as the Son of Light, Lucifer had once said that once he completely mastered the power of the Son of Light and stepped into reincarnation, she would personally guide him to the angel kingdom. Once he entered the angel kingdom, Lu Hao would become Lucifer's disciple. For this, Lucifer had once personally bestowed a trace of her origin power, forming the soul of slaughter to protect Lu Hao. All the glory awaited Lu Hao to step into reincarnation and control the divine rune. Unfortunately, Lu Hao, swayed by the temptations of the wicked, tried to control the supreme power of the soul of slaughter, suppressing it with the ancient clan's sacred flame. The perfect fusion of the Son of Light and the soul of slaughter had led him down a dark path. Boom, boom, boom. Xiao Yan's lips curled into a smile as an unprecedented heat surged from his chest. A diamond-shaped demonic cube emerged from his hand, exuding a terrifying aura. Crack, crack. The light illuminated this broken land, and countless voids exploded once more. Somewhere in the realm of Yao clan, an area bathed in light, feeling warm beyond imagination. Lu Hao seemed to have entered a special state. His skin became crystal clear, pale with a flush of red, resembling an immortal fairy in grace and elegance, his aura undergoing unimaginable changes. Above his head, the soul shadow of Lucifer, the soul of slaughter, appeared. It was only a figure above the body, but her graceful figure, surrounded by dazzling azure holy light, looked like a genuine divine being. She was surrounded by azure holy light, her true form hidden, but the more mysterious she appeared, the more it ignited the curiosity of mankind. Under such terrifying power, what must her appearance be like to leave such an impression? As they looked up, countless strong warriors felt their battle intent surge, seemingly influenced by the soul of slaughter. However, even so, they dared not show any signs of defiance. Lucifer, the soul of slaughter, was one of the representatives of the peak combat power in the angel kingdom. Sizzling. Whoosh. Whoosh. Xiao Yan slowly moved, his gaze becoming extraordinarily deep. The demonic cube in his hand surged, releasing an overwhelming demonic aura. The demonic power only grew stronger with the strength of the enemy, and his battle intent surged. The demonic breath, a terrifying presence that could never be erased, filled the sky. Mortals, my light will resist the darkness. My divine power will bind your body and pierce your soul. Today, I shall once again perform the act of light and extinguish the darkness. The soul of slaughter, Lucifer, made her move. The high-pitched chant sounded like stars of light, shining with purifying power. Endless azure starlight exploded from her soul figure and gently fell from above, descending upon Xiao Yan. It seemed to carry some special magical power, for under this chant, everything fell into silence. Crack. Xiao Yan's gaze turned eerie as the power in the demonic cube shattered, and the demonic cube once again dimmed, returning to Xiao Yan's body. At this moment, however, the immense evil force within the cube surged, no longer suppressed, flowing over Xiao Yan's body. No. As long as life still continues, as long as time still flows, I shall never decay. Facing the divine power of the soul of slaughter, Xiao Yan seemed to have transformed, becoming a true demon, rising instinctively. Angel's power, heavenly star radiance. Demonic power, dark requiem. A violent tremor erupted from the shadow of the soul of slaughter and the body of the demon Xiao Yan, shaking the air like the very heavens were fracturing, sweeping away all the energy in the area. In the clash between angels and demons, even a perfect 8-star Do Xian seemed exceptionally small and powerless. The dimensional prism enveloping the realm of the Yao clan buzzed ominously, and cracks began to form, making the surroundings look desolate in comparison. In the sky of the Yao clan realm, countless onlookers stared up, mesmerized by the azure radiance and the dark green demonic power intertwining in the sky, transforming the place into a true hell. Lucifer, the soul of slaughter, waved his hand gently, and countless streams of energy cascaded down from the 9 heavens, as a surging force washed away the evil darkness within this world, rapidly purifying Xiao Yan's power. The demonic power turned into a funeral dirge, tenaciously resisting the onslaught of the angelic radiance. But only the demon Xiao Yan understood. It's still not enough. His demonic power was still in its infancy, unable to contend against Lucifer, the soul of slaughter. Endless demonic power swirled within Xiao Yan like an ink-green river, gradually dimming under the assault of the soul of slaughter, sinking into stillness. Yet, all along, it could not be extinguished by the divine light, could not be purified, and could not vanish. I am a demon, the creator of the world. Listen to the dirge of darkness. At last, after a relentless search, Xiao Yan ignited the demonic blood within him, a dense power filling his body, resisting the awe of the soul of slaughter. This was demonic blood, a force that had long since permeated his soul. It was also the demon's heart, beating strong and vigorous, ink green, but also blood black. It was an unprecedented feeling, as if provoked by the soul of slaughter, completely awakening him, representing the demonic power at its peak. It was reincarnation and the strongest aura ready to tear the heavens and earth apart. This was the true essence of a demon,